G'day folks, welcome to another episode of Bandaged Cube Creations. Well, in today's video, you get two for the price of one. You get the Bandage Clock Earth, which is this puzzle here, and you're going to get the Bandage Clock Venus as well. So if I look at it on the standard color scheme there, nothing is happening yellow, blue, red. On the other side, I've got a clock from white to white orange and a clock from green to green white. Now this is part of a series that was proposed originally by Burjo on the Twisty Puzzle forums, and it was basically the idea of bandaging with a clock any face that was a one face on a crazy planet cube. Now if you think back to your crazy 3x3 plus Earth, what that had was white and green were one faces, all the rest was zero. So if the faces are zero, they have no clocks on them. If the faces are ones, they have a clock. Now, he just made up at the time a puzzle with all faces bandaged with a clock. It was an unplayable puzzle, I believe, but that was sort of the template. So when I've gone to make this up, I've looked at that puzzle and I've said, right, well, on the white face he had it here, and on the green face he had it here. So if you're wondering, why is it here and not, say, here? It is purely because that's what was on the diagram that was proposed. So later in the video, I'll do the Bandage Clock Venus. That is certainly a little bit more involved than this one. This is one of the ones that I'd call a very, very simple puzzle. Even though you might think, hey, there's a couple of clocks really close together, doesn't that get in the way? Well, as you'll see, not really. So in terms of this one first, scrambling it is super simple, and it's just a matter of keeping these out of the way. Doing stuff like this really doesn't take that long, and it's amazing how few turns sometimes can actually make a puzzle look very scrambled. Put that one there. Does anything look like it needs to be moved out still? Probably not. I mean, it all looks reasonably scrambled. So the reason this is a fairly straightforward puzzle is because what we're going to do is treat this as a fuse block that needs to be reduced. And once that is reduced, it is simply a fuse cube. So in terms of that, I want to get the green orange and the green orange white corner sitting together, first of all. So I could probably put the edge on and sort of get the corner in as well, but it's just as easy to go find those edges. And I just want to think about, when I turn this up, the orange is going to be on top. So I want the orange of the green orange edge on top, like that. That's going to come down there, or actually it's going to come to there. So that means that the corner's here. So next to it needs to be orange, white, green. That corner, which is over here. So for now, let's just take it around to there and see, does that turn up as it should? Yeah, I think it does. Okay, so that's ready to place. This is almost the only tricky part of the whole thing. And we've got that in there. That's now a fuse cube. We can just ignore that. Everything else is a fuse cube. How would you normally solve that? Well, if it was me, I would be doing all the edges first, and I'd probably do either these wide ones or the lower ones, doesn't really matter. Let's do the wide ones. There's a blue orange that goes over here. There is a red green sitting in there already. That's good. The lower one here is a blue white, so I'm going to turn it down to there flipped, and then I've got a red white down here again. Just move that across. Did I just do something weird? No, I didn't. There we go. That leaves the top layer edges plus this middle one. So I'll get the yellow orange first, and then the yellow green to go there at the back. And let's place those two, which just leaves the last three here, which could be in a swap. They could be in a 3-cycle. These ones here, we've got blue white going to red blue. No, it's not. You know what? It would help if that was back where it should be. So blue, orange. It looks like I've just displaced one of them, so I'll just put that blue, white back. This is a super simple cube. I can't even do it. Now, what have I got? Blue, red, red, yellow. Yes, I do have a swap. So because I've got a swap, turn a face one turn, resolve the edges. And that will leave me with a 3 cycle. Red, blue to here, red, yellow to here, yellow, blue to here. Just look and see what the direction is to have them solve correctly, and the edges are done. Well, the corners, I would solve these two first. That one is already in. That one needs to be red, white, green. Well, the easiest thing there is just to put these two next to each other and do 3 down, down, up, ups. All done. That's not only in but oriented, which is great. Now I've got the remaining corners, and I'm going to do that like I would do on a 1 algorithm solve of a Rubik's Cube. So yellow, green, red. I'll turn its position around and just up, up, down, down till it's placed. Return. Now I've got yellow, blue, red. Up, up, down, down. Next one is yellow, orange, green, which belongs at the back. Next one is yellow, blue, orange, which belongs here. And put that back. And at this point, I'll see what's what. I've got everything's come back together, and I've just got 2 to twist. Of course, if it hadn't come back together, I'd just keep doing up, up, down, downs until they did. But here, all I can do now is just twist these corners. That's going anti-clockwise. So up, up, down, down twice. There we go. Can't actually bring that down. I should have looked and seen a clock on that face and realised I couldn't do it on that face. So what I'd do is I should have just stuck with the yellow and done that. I'll do that now. Bring the other one in. Undo, and that is the bandage clock. What did I say it was? The Earth. Okay, let me set up for something a little bit more involved, the bandage clock Venus. Well, here is the bandage clock Venus, second puzzle for the video, and this one has the Venus planet cube would have a 1 face on white and yellow, and all these central faces would be 0. So that's why it's got a clock here and here. So in terms of, this is a little bit trickier than it might first seem because the configuration has the clock here and not here. I think it would be quite a bit easier if the clock was there, but be that as it may, I did do a little bit of experimenting with how best to hold this to solve things and what algorithms to use. So I don't know, may not be the absolute best, but I think it's fairly straightforward. Just doing some normal scrambling here until stuff looks like it's not where it should be, probably. What I started out doing was thinking I'm going to do up and down as red and orange and sort of have these clocks in the middle. I discovered it was easier just to solve it with the white face first and move my way up to the yellow face. I'm not entirely sure why, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'll position that white clock and then say, what's next? White, blue, white, red, white, green. So the white, green belongs there. The white, red belongs there. And the white, blue belongs there. So that's the white cross done, if you like. And then positioning these ones, I definitely want to get these 2 done and sort of leave one of these as my last piece. So orange, blue, that's in there. What about blue, red? Yep. Well, that's actually one of the ones I want to leave. Green, orange, is that up the top? No, so they're down the bottom. So I'll just bring them out. This yellow face doesn't matter where it is at the moment because I'm not down to doing that last face. I just need it to be clear so I can put the middle layer pieces in. This will work. Okay, so green, orange is in there. The other one that I wanted to do was orange, blue, so I might just take that out and put that in here. Now, this one, I want to turn it down, but that's in the way. But because it's on the bottom face, it doesn't matter. I can just turn that bottom face out of the way and now bring it back. So I've got those two. Let's get one more. This one here is as good as any. Although, to be honest, no, it's not. I prefer the other one because the other one is closer to this yellow bandaged clock. So I'm going to put the red green in. That one should just go straight down. There we go. Okay, that's my last middle layer edge. Let's have a look what I need to do. Yellow orange. Well, that needs to flip. Put it back, and then I've got, what do I have? That's going there, that's going there. Yep, I've just got a normal 3 cycle. I could get a swap. I did have it in a previous solve, and if you do get a swap, you would just turn a side face 1 turn. Clearly you can't turn this face 1 turn because that has to match the center of the back. So turn a side face 1 turn and resolve the edges. Okay, so that is all the edges done. I was then thinking about how do I do the corners most easily, and I was kind of going, well, can I do up, up, down, down, and then turn the face and down, down, up, up? But the problem was it just kept getting in the way. And I was thinking about, again, having a configuration like this, which seemed to work pretty well for the corner piece series, because when I do an upturn here and a right turn, that clock is right out of the way, and then a left turn, that clock is right out of the way as well. So this is a pretty good config, and I'm pretty sure I can wrangle something for the other side. So initially, I was just trying to get the corners into their position. So red, green, yellow going that way. Orange, green, yellow. I've got another red one that I would like to put there, which is here. So if I just turn that around, now I should be able to get 2 of them in. I can just carry out a corner piece series. Undo that. That's in. That's in. Now, some other reds. Let's see. This has got to go across the face like that. The only issue here is this clock. And that's what I was saying. So then I would think, what if I just turn it around like that and rotate my top face? The red, white, blue's got to go there. I'm not interested in those yet, so I can happily go ahead and do that one. Okay, that's in. Undo that setup move. Just one red to go. Now at this point, it may make sense to, because I've got that in, to kind of bring that down there and then just do normal turns. Because what I want to do is orange, blue, yellow has got to go here. Orange, green, yellow has got to go here. And yellow, blue, red has got to go down to here. So at this point, what I can do, see the last 3, is simply go up, up, down, down, and turn that around and undo. Now, if I can do that at any time, that's what I want to do because it just seems easier. So I now have all the corners into their positions and I want to twist corners. Again, the question was, what's the best way to twist them? And I feel like it was red and orange as top and bottom. Might have been, because what I'm going for here is the need to be able to do up, up, down, down. Now, if I just do a setup move, then I can happily do that over here and turn this upper face, no problem. So that, I think, generally is what I did. Let's have a look. That's got to go clockwise. That's got to go clockwise as well. If I do my setup, I've got another one here that's got to go, does that have to go clockwise as well? So I could really get 3 of these corners done now. So I will do that. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. There's the first one. Turn the face, do the next one. That's it done. Turn the face, do the last one. And then return to position. And then undo that setup. So that's got those done. Which leaves me 2 on the bottom and I'm looking for something similar here. I can move that one out the way. That's positioned nicely. So now it's just anti-clockwise and clockwise. So up, up, down, down twice. Here, turn that in, undo, return it, and undo that setup move. That's the Bandaged clock Venus. As I said, a little bit more involved than the Earth, but not a heap. Both of them would be classed as pretty straightforward 3x3 bandaged cubes. This is the puzzle for the next episode. It is the spiral clock cube. So just holding it with that configuration first, you can see there's just 2 bits there which are part of these 2 clocks, pairs. So what we have is a clock going from left to left down. We have a pair going from down back to down back left, a pair down right to down right back, had to think about that, and a pair down front to down front right. So those 3 pairs sitting there, and the clock on that orange face. That is, well, that's the only 4 pieces, and that is the spiral clock cube.